Do you ever look at the Tesla Model S and wonder what it would be like to go on a road trip with one? Then do you remember that the Tesla that you really want is like 90 grand and way out of your budget? Yeah, me too. I'm Jess Shanahan. I'm a petrol head turned EV owner, and I talk about everything to do with electric cars and electric travel. So whether or not you're on a strict budget, just fancy that power and poise of a Tesla, or maybe you just want to break the mold a bit and go for something else, I'm going to run through the best electric cars for 2021 to rival Tesla. Not just the Model S and other saloon cars, but different types of electric vehicles that will give you the same thrill and excitement that a Tesla would. The Lucid Air is a pure Tesla rival with huge amounts of power, up to 1,080 horsepower in fact, and it has a projected range of 517 miles. As impressive as those figures are though, the most wonderful thing about this car is the interior. It takes inspiration from the plush interiors of a private jet. There's a ton of space inside and the glass canopy is just incredible. From 2022, there's also the chance to get airplane-inspired seating in the rear, which reduces capacity from 5 to 4, but it does give your rear seat passengers the most luxury experience possible with individual reclining seats. It's not quite out yet, but it's definitely one you can get excited about. Not to be confused with the standard E-Tron electric SUV, the GT is a performance saloon. It comes as an all-wheel drive quattro model or the fierce RS GT. I think this is one of the most beautiful electric cars out there, potentially something that's going to convert a lot of internal combustion engine car fans to electric cars. A big complaint from petrol heads is the lack of noise in an EV. Well, Audi's thought about this with an incredible exterior sound. It's so much more than a simple pedestrian alarm, it sounds like a spaceship. The e-tron GT has 530 PS and it has launch control as well, meaning the quattro version will do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 4.1 seconds. The RS GT will do the charge to 62 miles an hour in just 3.3 seconds. Hyundai's IONIQ 5 is already out, and it's a beautiful vehicle with a striking interior that shows some incredible attention to detail. The living space concept means you can comfortably spend time in this car with reclining seats, a large glass roof, and a center console that moves out of the way so you can stretch right out across the car. You also get a huge heads-up display, a large center screen, and a ton of storage inside. Okay, we've done a few of these cars now, but what do you think are the biggest rivals to Tesla in 2021? Let me know in the comments, let me know what vehicles you're excited about and which ones you're not so excited about.
If it's rugged, off-road ready motoring you're after, look at the Rivian R1S SUV. Its unique look means that it will stand out. It lacks all of the smooth lines of the Model X, but that's because this vehicle is designed to go off the beaten path. It's a proper SUV, and not one that you'll necessarily want to drive around the city, although you can do that because there's no tailpipe emissions. You get 5 or 7 seats, depending on how many friends you have. There's also a 360-degree field of vision, a wading depth of 3 feet, which is about 1 meter. My favourite thing about this SUV, though, is that the seats recline almost flat, so you can lie back and look at the stars through the glass roof. Now let's look at the fantastic Rimac C Two. So you won't be saving any money here, but this is a true sports car. It will do 0 to 60 in just 1.8 seconds, just about leaving any Tesla in the dust. Not only that, but this is a car worthy of our wildest dreams. It's a fully electric GT car that costs €2 million. It's track ready and even has an onboard driving coach feature, offering clear and precise guidance on racing lines, braking and acceleration points, and steering inputs. It's all set up for autonomous driving too, though I'm not sure why you would use that feature. It's going to be much more fun to zoom to the top speed of 258 miles an hour yourself. Chinese car maker NIO has a couple of great options if you're looking for something other than a Tesla. The ES8 is an electric SUV with on-road presence. At the moment though, it's only being developed for the Chinese market, but NIO vehicles will be available in Europe in the next 5 years. Keep an eye out for the ES8 though, as it's a high-performance SUV with a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds. If you want a luxury vehicle that's as capable as it is beautiful, then the Jaguar I-Pace is the one for you. It's already changing hearts and minds of even the most staunch petrol heads. You have the choice of either a 400 PS or 320 PS powertrain, but both offer a spirited drive. It might look like a chunky SUV, but it's a sports car through and through. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. You get some proper luxury features in this too. The beautiful panoramic sunroof has specially toughened and tinted glass that absorbs infrared to prevent overly bright sunlight, UV light and heat from entering the cabin. Now that's basically skincare in a car. With a range of almost 300 miles, the Jaguar I-Pace isn't just good looking, it's practical too. Perhaps not quite as well known as some of the others in this list, the Fisker Ocean is another SUV that's ready to rival the Model X. It's got a good price at $37,499, which is about £27,000, making this one of the most affordable EVs on this list. The problem is we don't know a great deal about it yet, but the information we do have suggests this is going to be a wicked machine. The California mode is reminiscent of Jeep Wranglers from the 80s and 90s, charging across the desert with open sides and roof. Well, the Ocean can do this at just the touch of a button. Might not be that fun on a rainy day in the Brecon Beacons, but if you've got a desert to storm across, the Ocean is one to watch.
If you want to find out more about the latest electric cars, check out this playlist here, where I cover all sorts of different models and updates on upcoming vehicles that you might be excited about.